If you're thinking about buying a Toyota Hybrid, you've probably asked yourself one question. Maybe you didn't say it out loud. Maybe you just thought it while scrolling through reviews or talking to a friend. But it's there, and it's always the same one. What happens when the battery fails? It's the number one concern, the one that stops people in their tracks, the one that turns a solid buying opportunity into endless hesitation. And dealers, in most cases, don't really explain it. They give vague answers. They mention warranties. They change the subject. So today we're addressing it directly. No filters. With real data, real system logic, and the answers nobody has given you clearly yet. Hybrid batteries have been around for decades. Toyota put the first Prius on the road in 1997. That's almost 30 years ago. And yet the confusion is still extreme. And that's not an accident. It's the result of two opposing narratives constantly colliding with each other. On one side, there are people who think a hybrid battery behaves like a smartphone battery, that it degrades quickly, needs replacing often, and becomes an endless money pit. On the other side, there are people who believe Toyota systems are completely indestructible, that they never need attention, that they last forever, without any care at all. Neither position is accurate. The reality is more technical, and it's also more reassuring, but only once you understand how the system actually works. And that's exactly what we're going to do right now. To understand the battery, you first need to understand the hybrid system as a whole. Because Toyota didn't build an electric car with a backup engine. They built something far more refined than that. A Toyota Hybrid uses a gasoline engine and an electric motor in a synergistic way. The battery is not the heart of the system. It's the buffer. It's the element that allows the system to recover energy during braking and redistribute it during acceleration. This process is called regeneration, and it fundamentally changes the way the battery works compared to any other application you're familiar with. In a purely electric vehicle, the battery is drained all the way down and then recharged all the way back up. That full cycle is stressful on the cells. It's what wears down capacity over time. Toyota does something different. The system is designed to keep the battery within a controlled range. It never fully discharges. It never fully charges. It operates in a middle zone where the chemical cycle is far less aggressive. That's a detail that changes everything. And it explains why these systems survive mileage figures that seem impossible on paper. Now let's talk about the battery itself. Because what most people imagine doesn't match what's actually sitting under the floor or behind the rear seat. The battery in a Toyota Hybrid is not one large single cell. It's a pack made up of smaller modules connected in series. Each module is an independent unit, and this has a huge implication that very few people consider at the point of purchase. When the pack begins to degrade, it's usually not the entire pack failing at once. It's one or more specific modules that weaken ahead of the others. And when one module is significantly weaker than the rest, the system suffers, because the chain is limited by its weakest link. But this also means something very important. It means a full pack replacement isn't always necessary. It means modular repair is often possible. It means you're evaluating a system that was designed with redundancy and durability built in from the very start. This is not a fragile black box. It's an architecture built to last. Hybrid battery failure is almost always gradual. It is not a sudden event. It is not like an engine seizing without warning. It is a slow, measurable process that gives you time to respond. The early signs are subtle. Fuel efficiency begins to drop. The gasoline engine activates more frequently and stays on longer. Acceleration response becomes slightly less smooth. In some cases, warning lights appear on the dashboard. But in many situations, the vehicle continues to operate normally, even with a partially degraded pack. The system compensates. It redistributes the load. It keeps the car drivable while the issue develops in the background. This gives you a real window of time to diagnose, decide, and act, without ever finding yourself in a sudden emergency. That is a failure behavior that is far more manageable than most people expect going in. There is, however, one aspect that almost nobody considers, and it can make the difference between an informed purchase decision and a very unpleasant surprise. Standard inspections do not reliably detect battery problems. This is one of the most critical points, especially for anyone buying used. A hybrid with a partially degraded pack can pass a routine check without raising any flags. Why? Because the system is designed to compensate. It uses the gasoline engine more aggressively to cover for the battery's weakness. The vehicle starts, drives, responds. Everything feels normal, but underneath, there is advanced wear that the inspection simply doesn't see. To genuinely evaluate the condition of the battery in a used hybrid, you need specialized diagnostic tools. Tools that read internal pack data, that measure the remaining capacity of each module, that show the thermal history of the system. If you're evaluating a used Toyota hybrid, this type of diagnosis is not optional. It is a necessity. The causes of battery degradation fall into fairly clear categories, and understanding them also allows you to prevent them. Heat is the single most important factor. High temperatures accelerate the chemical degradation of the cells significantly. This is exactly why Toyota hybrids come equipped with a dedicated cooling system for the battery pack. That system, almost always a fan connected to the cabin air, draws in fresh air to keep the battery at a safe operating temperature. If that fan becomes blocked by dust, hair, debris, temperatures rise and wear accelerates. It's one of the most common causes of premature degradation, and it is completely avoidable with basic routine maintenance. Driving habits matter too. Short, frequent trips where the system cycles on and off rapidly without ever reaching optimal temperature stress the pack more than long, consistent drives. And then there is age. Chemical degradation is inevitable over time, regardless of how the car is used. But the speed at which it happens depends entirely on all the factors above. The vast majority of failures are not caused by manufacturing defects. They are the result of years of normal use, often accelerated by neglected maintenance. When a problem surfaces, many people immediately assume the only solution is full replacement. That is not the case. The options are more than one. In some situations, it's possible to identify the failing modules and replace only those, keeping the rest of the original pack in place. This is the lowest cost solution, but it requires a skilled technician and isn't always applicable depending on the overall condition of the pack. There are also reconditioned or refurbished packs available. Used batteries that have been tested, repaired, and brought back to market at a price significantly lower than new. They offer a reasonable compromise between cost and reliability, with longevity that varies depending on the quality of the provider. Full replacement with a new original pack remains the most reliable long-term option, but it is also the most expensive. The right choice depends on three things: available budget, the age and mileage of the vehicle, and how long you plan to keep it. There is no universal answer. There are options, and that alone changes the conversation entirely. On the topic of real cost, honesty is important, but so is precision, because the numbers that circulate online are very often stripped of context. Yes, a new original battery for a Toyota hybrid can cost several $1,000s or euros, including labor. That is a real cost, but it is also a cost that the majority of owners never encounter during the normal life cycle of the vehicle. Toyota hybrid battery packs on the Prius, the Yaris Cross, the CHR, the Corolla Hybrid regularly reach $200,000, 250,000 miles without requiring significant battery intervention. Many go beyond that. Data from taxi fleets, which are among the most intensive vehicle users anywhere, show Toyota hybrid systems still functioning at mileage figures that would have been unthinkable for almost any other technology. This does not mean the battery lasts forever. It means the real threshold for problems is much further away than most people imagine when they first start researching. And when the issue does arrive, if it arrives, affordable repair options exist and are accessible. If you are seriously considering buying a Toyota hybrid, the approach is concrete and straightforward. Check the maintenance history of the vehicle. An attentive owner will have changed the oil at regular intervals, kept the battery cooling fan clear, and followed the service schedule. That tells you a great deal about how the car was treated overall. Verify the condition of the battery cooling system. Fan unobstructed, filters clean. On a used hybrid, this is the first physical thing to check. If the vehicle has high mileage or several years of service behind it, invest in a specialized battery diagnostic before you sign anything. It is not an expense, it is information. And precise information is worth far more than a slightly lower asking price negotiated without any data. Finally, contextualize the age and usage. A battery on a well-maintained vehicle with 80,000 miles is a completely different proposition from a battery on a vehicle with 180, 0 miles, and no documented history. The number alone tells you nothing. The context tells you everything. So what is the real truth about Toyota hybrid batteries? They are not indestructible, but they are far more durable than conventional wisdom suggests. Degradation is gradual, not sudden. Costs, when they arrive, are often manageable through alternatives to full replacement. And with proper maintenance, especially of the cooling system, these packs reach distances that would have surprised even the engineers who designed them. The real risk is not the battery. It's not understanding how it works. Because someone who buys a Toyota hybrid without doing this research exposes themselves to imaginary fears, while overlooking the checks that actually matter. Someone who understands the system, on the other hand, approaches the purchase with an entirely different perspective. Not with the anxiety of someone waiting for everything to fall apart, but with the clarity of someone who knows what to monitor, what to have checked, and when to be concerned, and when not to be. And that difference, in the end, is exactly what separates a smart purchase from a regret.